My wife doesn't deserve me. I, 28F, have been with my wife, 26F, since 2019 and we got married this past February. I love her so much, but she treats me so poorly. She makes me cry at least 5x a week. It's usually small things, but there has been so many small things that adding any more just makes me explode. And the thing is, she doesn't care. My 18-year-old niece moved in with us, and it has caused a lot of tension between us. She demands to be priority and gets really upset if I do anything for my niece. Money is also a big issue. She doesn't get paid very much, neither do I, however my parents are amazing and always help me out. Because of this, asking my wife to ever purchase anything is a battle. She never wants to. Food, for example, it's either I buy it or I have to cook. If I ask for help, or even ask her to stand in the kitchen with me, it's a big blow-up. When I buy pizza, she expects my niece to pitch in if she wants any, but won't pitch in herself. She says it's different BC she's my wife. But it's money my mom is giving me. And to be honest, my mom would be more willing to pay for my niece than my wife. But even explaining that to her, she doesn't get it. In her mind, when my parents give me money, it automatically also becomes hers. Also, she has told me that I am not allowed to raise my voice or argue with her in front of my niece. However, she constantly is so rude to me in front of her and I can't defend myself. If I try, she keeps going at me until I cry, and then gets mad at me for crying in front of my niece. Another issue we are currently facing is that I live 1K miles from my family. We always go home for the holidays. But she complains about it every time. She has no relationship with her family, so she doesn't understand the importance. My parents pay for our flight as well as they pay for her dog to join us. They never complain about it. But she gets angry that we have to go. If it was up to me, I'd go home the entire 2 weeks for the holidays, but she won't. She demands we only go a few days, even if this costs my parents more. She doesn't care. And she hates my brother. She said that when we go home she is going to ask him who he voted for, and if it doesn't align with her views, she is going to go off on him and tell him he isn't allowed in our home ever. About the politics, I agree that voting for a certain person says a lot about who you are as a person, however, I don't think this is worth causing drama over. Especially when it will only affect my mom. But my wife does not care. She does not allow me to talk to this brother. She made me delete him on social media. She just causes drama that my mom is hurt by. But she doesn't care. I can write a book about all of the things she does and says and believes. All things that I don't agree with. All things that I would never do to her or say to her. It's like she doesn't even actually like me? So I don't know why she wants me. When I say this to her, she flips out because she takes that as me threatening to leave her, and I'm not allowed to mention that. I am just sad and miserable every day. I wake up daily just hoping to get in a car accident so I don't have to deal with this. Every day she gets home, my mood changes. Being around her does not bring me any joy. Talking to her is not fun. But at the same time, I know she's a broken human. I know she has a lot of trauma. But that doesn't excuse it. I always think to leave her, but if I did, she'd have no one. She'd be alone. She'd probably be homeless. And that thought kills me and gives me so much guilt. I can't do that to her. Yet, she knows that's a possibility but continues to treat me this way because she says you promised to stay with me through thick and thin. I've tried to leave, but it's dangerous for me. I just don't know what to do.